Women are fantastic for exposing your weaknesses and insecurities and issues and deep character flaws as a man, and we're going to explore that today. I'm being bombarded a lot with people with messages, regarding sex, relationships, male, female, and that's why now that I have a new channel after being deplatformed, although I'm not going to focus on it entirely here, I am going to talk about this stuff. I know a lot of you come to me for sales and real estate and that kind of stuff, but this is definitely material that I'm going to cover on this channel. A lot of my videos that started getting a lot of views on this channel were about men and women and sex and relationships. So obviously people are interested in it. I'm not going to focus on it, but we're going to talk about it. Now, what do I mean when I say exposing your weaknesses? Well, you could have men who are great in every category, but they're terrible with women, and that costs them their money, their life, their sanity. So it's an area that men, even if they don't focus and put all their eggs in that basket, you have to be able to at least handle that portion of your life. And with that said, you have to be able to handle yourself around women, deal with them if you're going to get married and be in relationships, know how to manage them, put your foot down, have boundaries, and know how to understand and navigate the dynamic between you and a woman. A dude could think he's a smooth talker. You put a pretty girl in front of him, he's stumbling over his words and he can't put a sentence together suddenly. Okay, that exposed that he's not as comfortable and as good of a speaker as he thinks. Why? You put a woman in front of him, which is the ultimate test, and he falls apart. I see this all the time. I'll do a business meeting with some even older gentlemen, and you put a cute girl in front of us, and suddenly they're all over the place. And I'm like, dude, you guys are, in your 40s and 50s, you're my age or older. How have you not figured this out yet, right? But they're awkward, but that's okay. It just exposes something, right? And the reason I bring that up is, like, a lot of people have a desire to get in relationships and have kids. That's the prerogative and the narrative. Us as human beings, we're put on this planet. Physically, our flesh suit is made to procreate and reproduce. However, if you navigate that improperly, you have, again, you can get diseases, right? You can have kids with the wrong person who then, again, now you're imprinted and you're forced to be together, deal with each other. It could put a strain on you financially. There's a lot of consequences of repercussions that come with not being able to navigate the male-female dynamic properly. Right? So the social one is a big one, but the second one is your whole life course, your legacy, your children, your family life. If it's not navigated properly, you messed up. And now, again, even if you don't talk to them now, the upbringing of the child is compromised and it just becomes this whole mess. So as a man, this is something that you can't just throw on the shelf. I know right now there's a big movement with men. Again, I'm not too deep into it, but I talk to some of you and I get some messages that, oh, we're just not going to date. We're going to be single forever. And I'll be clear. I'm not for, unless you decide to be a monk or for you in your own life's journey, you decided, hey, I'm going to be a samurai. I'm going to be celibate and I'm not going to, right? That's cool. But for most people, I actually am not somebody who's going to say, no, be single forever. No, I actually am a supporter of relationships. I've had great relationships in the past with women, so I'm pro-relationship myself. I'm not necessarily government marriage pro, right? Although I think it's cool if you get married for religious reasons and all that, because that's different. But I am pro-relationship for sure, right? Because again, we're meant to be together. Maybe we're not meant to live in the society like we do now, but we're meant to have kids and the children and the next generation are meant to have the mother and the father together, not in some crazy kind of world that we're in now where everybody hates each other and all this other stuff. So I am, at the end of the day, regardless of what people think about me, I am pro-relationships and men and women learning how to deal with each other properly, because that's the problem. The dynamic is misunderstood by people. Instead of it defaulting to what it's supposed to be naturally, it's been polluted by feminism, social media, government agendas, drugs, medicine, pop culture, and it's just absolutely destroyed everything. Or at least trended it towards getting worse. And all you need to do is look at the statistics in regards to relationships and marriages. They're getting worse. So this is a point of contention for men, and you have to understand, all right, if you're going to get anything from this video, you have to be able to say, I'm going to study that dynamic and master it. So if you're a man watching this, you need to start being around women more to understand how they think, how they move, and how they are. Like, as an example, we know most of the time, because there's always exceptions to the rule, but we know most of the time, a lot when it comes to relationships and dating, what women say versus what they actually do are two completely different things. Like you'll hear, even going back to your high school days, a girl would say, oh, I hate that dude. Okay, that was me. I hate him. He's the jock. He's a jerk. He tries to go out with all the girls, and I'd still get with that chick. She'd be telling everybody behind my back that I'm an asshole or that she doesn't like me, and then she hooks up with me. So they say one thing, but they do something else, generally speaking, a lot of times when it comes to the male-female dynamic. And again, if you're a man navigating that world and you take what I said at face value and you're like, oh, but she said da da da, you don't get it yet, and that's going to cause you to suffer. That's what will cause these men to be in relationships where they get strung along and the girl cheats and like all this stuff happens. But again, as much as I'm not condoning the female's behavior, I'm also telling the men you have to take responsibility and understand female nature and the dynamic to not put yourself in that situation to begin with. Or if it evolves into that situation, you cut it off regardless of how you feel and you move on. Because that's another issue when it comes to the male-female dynamic is most men, you have no boundaries, man. Like I sit there and sometimes I listen to how a woman speaks to some of you guys and how they blatantly disrespect you. I can't ever imagine a woman even thinking about talking to me that way. And I know deep down inside, my exes and other women I've dealt with probably in their mind wouldn't think of talking to me that way because for sure out of respect for me, but maybe even out of fear. Now, I'm not condoning violence, nor would I ever hit a woman. But I'm sure in the back of their mind, they're like, dude, I might not want to talk to this dude this way because there might be some consequences. He might raise his voice or something, right? Not that I've ever done it, but they would have the fear and respect for me. I'd rather be on that side than to be stomped on and pissed on and disrespected like a lot of dudes are. Because you can't lie, whether you're a man or a woman, when you see those videos of like, and it goes both ways, right? But when a woman's disrespecting a man in public and doing videos and shaming him and talking down to him, everybody, men and women, feel bad. Unless you just have no conscience or you're just that disconnected from human basic behavior and respect. Like that's disgusting to watch. But then we wonder why the relationship dynamic is off. That relationship isn't good. She doesn't respect him. He's not happy. She's not happy. It's a problem. When the dynamic is flawed, that happens. But again, as much as I don't condone that behavior from the woman, the dude has to understand the dynamic. Otherwise, it's going to be a problem. It's going to be a big problem. So we have to study this dynamic, and you guys have to put yourself out there. So that means you're going to have to go through moments of being in relationships, dating, all that stuff to learn this. And you're going to make mistakes just like I have in the past. I know I'm speaking from a different perspective because I'm tall. I've always been an athlete. I was a professional athlete. I never had issues with women, even before I technically had like game, right? I developed that later. I really didn't even need it in high school and college. I've hooked up with tons of girls. I've had great relationships. So I know from an experience standpoint, I'm in a different category probably than most people watching this video. So I know people say, oh, you can't speak for everybody because look, I'm just giving you the advice because I'm going to do other videos where I talk about this dynamic more in detail, where maybe I was with a chick and I knew that chick had another guy that liked her. And I'll talk to you about the difference in how she treated that guy versus me to make this very clear to you because I have a million examples like that. Okay? Understand. Don't be that dude and understand the dynamic. If you're disrespected, walk. Lay down the ground rules from the beginning. Because I get it. A lot of people will listen to this and be like, that makes sense. But then when they're put in the situation, they don't act accordingly. This is why you need to go through it. And potentially you will make those mistakes to learn. That way, when you end up in a serious relationship, you want to have kids and you want to maybe spend your life with a woman, whether you have kids or not, or get married, or whatever you decide, that you at least establish a dynamic that's mutually beneficial. Because the whole goal here, whether people agree with what I'm saying or not, my whole intention at the end is for the man and the woman, as much as possible, to be in a better dynamic so they're both overall happier. If there's kids involved, they get raised in a two-parent household and everybody lives happily ever after. Now, the thing that messes this thing up is the way the prerogative is of the human being and the planet. At the end of the day, monogamy is a very difficult thing, especially in this modern era. So you have a lot of issues here. So if you are going to say, hey, me and the woman are going to get together and be completely monogamous to each other, this has to go way beyond just our physical needs and wants and how we're wired emotionally. You're really going to have to use your higher intellect because typically, especially the woman, but both, will have opportunities to step out, will have opportunities to be unfaithful and all that stuff. In the current climate that we're in, it's even worse. So you're going to have two people that are intellectually superior that will use their higher intelligence and say, okay, we agreed. Again, if you agreed, we agreed to this, we have to uphold it. And if you're a man watching this, the moment the behavior changes, again, that trust is broken, you leave. Otherwise, you just reinforce the behavior. A lot of times people continue a course of action if they know there's no consequences. But you got to understand this dynamic, man. And women are great at exposing those weaknesses. And this is why, if you're, for real, if you're a strong man watching this, you're probably going to be alone a lot. Because I put myself in that category. I have no problem getting female attention, getting sex and all that is really not an issue. But I'm very selective about who I'm actually going to get in a relationship with. That's a completely different conversation. I'll hook up, be friends, whatever. That's not a problem. I've been that way pretty much from 15 years old on. But I've only really had 2 long relationships in my life. I've had some short ones here and there, but ones it's like, okay, this is a chick that I'm really gonna shack up with and make something real. And they lasted a long time. The last one was almost a decade. But I know I'm gonna scare off a lot of girls because it's like, yo, you can't mess with me. There's strong boundaries here and we're gonna establish things properly. So I know I'm good, but I've also not had my psyche destroyed by being over manipulated and destroyed by a woman, which is where a lot of men find themselves nowadays, and they'll probably be in the comment section of this video. So as much as, again, I don't condone the behavior from the female, dudes, men, you have to take responsibility and not put yourself in those situations nor exhibit the qualities that will attract that type of girl. Those types of girls that chew you up and spit you out won't even glance a second time at me because they know they're not going to be able to do that to me. Now, have I had my moments when I was really, really young of making those mistakes? Yes, but I learned very early on and corrected it. So let me be your big brother in this video to say, watch yourself, learn, do the right thing. Otherwise, mishandling and not navigating the relationship dynamic between you and a woman correctly in life has the capacity to destroy you. Again, I'm pro-relationship. I want people to be in relationships, good ones. But if you don't do it right, it has the potential to destroy you, and you have to remember that. That's why you have to navigate this minefield correctly. I'm not perfect, but I know at least the way that I'm setting things up and how I manage the dynamic overall, whether people agree with it or not, has been working. It's kept me in check, the woman in check, and we've had long relationships where communication is open. Issues get resolved right away. And overall, again, not perfect, but good, where we, even after we split up, it's on good terms and it's not the shouting match and fuck you and none of that. We're not having these crazy episodes, like no drama, no nothing. And I know most people are probably scratching their heads like, man, every relationship I've been has been drama or cheating or this and that, right? Look, all I'm saying is in this video, take it serious, do your homework, get out there, have some experiences, deal with women and learn this thing and apply accordingly so you learn. If you're naive in this world and in relationships, you will be taken advantage of. I'm telling you. Women naturally have way more experience than men in this category because the average dude isn't having a lot of relationships nor getting approached by a lot of women. That's the way it is. But they're getting approached, talked to, DM'd 24/7. Me as an attractive man, even as I'm getting older, I know even the attention that I get from women is probably the same as like an average or below average girl in the modern era. I don't get anywhere near the attention or validation or messages and all that as like a woman who's considered a 7, 8, or 9, or a 10 in regards to looks. It must be crazy for them. Understand, navigate accordingly. Now, if anybody watches this video, especially if you watch to the end, you'll see the comments of people who respond to just the title. I didn't bash women in this. I do my best every video to be intellectually honest and open the conversation. If I have to be critical of men or women, I will. I've been critical of men for a long time, but only women get their feathers ruffled because that's just the world that we live in, right? If you criticize women at all, it's a problem, right? But navigate this thing properly. It's super, super important. And if you don't, you're going to pay the consequences. And I hate to say, I told you so. All right? Be strong men, learn, understand that this is important for you, your future, your kids, and your legacy. All right? See ya.